Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing episode 11, going through yesterday, not yesterday, day before, with my nephew. I trimmed down this part of the pallets. If you remember from the previous video, some of them were out here a lot longer. I planed them down with the help of my nephew, and it's majority flat. However, there's a few spots which I've marked which need extra attention. You probably won't be able to see because of the reflection of the light. But I've just marked little X's on the bits of wood where I know I need to take them down a bit. But I will get into that in a minute. I just need to get that something off my chest. Obviously, this channel is not just about woodworking. This is, I guess, my way of being able to help get through the days. I've said in the past, if I can try and share my experiences with other people and maybe that helps them, then great. If not, it just gives me an opportunity to talk. So if that's the type of thing that you don't mind listening to, then feel free to subscribe, as this is my woodworking therapy. So obviously I've explained before that I suffer with mental health issues, but I haven't really talked about many of the physical health issues I have, primarily osteoarthritis and fibromyalgia. And today I felt like a really unproductive day. I woke up at 9, tried to get up, I had a bath, could not stay awake. And then ended up sleeping right up until like 3:30 and absolutely done nothing. And I feel really shit about it, to be honest. Which is why, even though I'm in a lot of pain at the moment, my hip's giving me trouble today and my back is killing me, I have to at least get a video out, because if I don't achieve something on a daily basis, then it feels like I'm just wasting away. If my doctors had their way, I'd be dosed up on all sorts of shit at the moment and be laying in bed. And I'm probably not doing myself any favors physically by working myself to the bone all the time. I just wish I was able to do this actual like a proper job. However, I just can't get the motivation to get up and do things the same way I can if I'm doing it for myself, which is why I want to be self-sufficient, because at least then when I know things have to get out for myself, I can try and motivate myself. However, when it comes to working, I know obviously I need money and to survive like everybody else does, but for some reason it's not enough motivation to get up and get out and do things. However, doing this is not just about trying to make money. This is trying to do something I've wanted to do for a long time, while my body allows me to do it. I turn 32 next month, and I have a lot more in common with people twice my age than I do with people my own age. A lot of it's due to my personal life experiences and physical health. So I feel like if I sit still too long, my body's just going to give up. I've been down that road where I haven't been doing much, and it just feels like my condition's been getting worse. So over the past month, I've been trying to be more practical and more functional with my days. Obviously, since I quit smoking, it's been necessary to keep myself going. Otherwise, I'm in pain all the time. My mind's going all the time. I just feel like I need to smoke. And I can't afford to do that anymore, not if I want to achieve what I've set out for myself. So I just wanted to start off this video with a brief message to anybody that's suffering with fibromyalgia or osteoarthritis. And if you're young enough and your body hasn't given up yet, try and keep yourself busy. Find something you're passionate about. I mean, there's a lot of people that still go to work and still get up and do it. But just make sure you look after yourselves. At the end of the day, if you're not looking after what's inside of you and your body, then your body can eventually give up, and then eventually you're going to be a very decrepit old person by the time you get to retirement age, especially with the way the government is increasing the retirement age every time. I'll be lucky if I can retire by the time I'm 80 at this rate. But yeah, I was supposed to upload yesterday. However, I ended up was around my grandmother's until like 4 o'clock. So I was waiting on a delivery for her. It never ended up turning up. And then the time I got back and went to start doing stuff, I ended up getting the delivery for the Ryoku Pro. And if you've seen my short, then you know I spent 3 hours or 3 to 4 hours trying to sort it out. I used to no avail. So it looks like I've wasted £100 on portable internet to try and live stream for you guys, as the whole editing process takes me a long time and it's quite stressful. And the time I finish doing my woodworking is about 10 o'clock. And by the time I finish editing, because I usually make a mistake on one of the videos or the video's not great, I end up getting to go to sleep at like on 12 o'clock at night. And my body won't let me sleep in. Today was the longest I've slept in a very long time. And that, I guess that was my body's way of telling me that I needed more sleep. But yeah, I needed to do something today, which is why I'm forcing myself, even though I'm in a lot of pain, to do it. So if it takes me a bit longer today, I apologize. I will try and keep the video to the usual time length, around 45 minutes to an hour. But yeah, if you are struggling and you need someone to talk to, I've got nothing but time. Hopefully I'm going to try and record at least 2 videos today, because I'm not going to be able to do anything tomorrow. And I'm going to see my kids on Saturday. So although I'm really excited about going to see them, I just wish I was in a better place mentally and physically, so that I could be my true self for my kids. I feel like when I see my kids now, I have to put on this character that I'm okay, everything's all right, and I'm happy, I'm in a good place. But lately, especially over the last couple of years, I've just been in a bit of a dark place, and there's a big part of me that's screaming just to give up. And I don't really have much care for myself, if that makes sense. I care more about other people than I do myself. And if it wasn't for my kids and my family, I wouldn't be here today. So I keep going for them. I keep putting on a brave face, and I pretend like everything's okay and I'm doing well. But inside, it's the complete opposite. And it's hard because I don't want to tell them, because I feel like they worry too much. Especially my mum. I worry about her a lot, and it just feels like if I burden her with all the shit I got going on inside my head and my struggles, that she would never get a wink of sleep. So I'm using my channel to be able to tell a blank screen and a camera how I feel. And it seems to be helping. So for anyone that's going through issues, please find some way of letting it out, as it's not good to bottle all this up. But anyway, I've been rambling for like almost 10 minutes now. So I'm going to get into woodworking, because, to be honest, I'm kind of fed up with feeling sorry for myself, especially today. So yeah, let's get into it, and on to more cheerier news, I guess, or cheerier outlook. So we're getting close to the table being completed, or at least tabletop. Obviously, this would be a lot quicker and a lot easier on my body if I was using power tools. So right now I should just put this straight through a thickness planer and be done with it. Same with that one, and then I could just finish on to the fun parts, which is like varnishing and putting it together. But then I'd have a table, and then I'll just be doing other stuff. But I want to be able to do stuff with my hands, even though I'm absolutely tearing myself to pieces when I'm doing it. I feel like I need to keep myself busy, and I usually give up and switch on to something else by now. So I'm trying to keep myself motivated and keep myself going. And doing this every day, it helps because I can see the progress. Like these bits of wood here, 2 to 3 weeks ago, this was just plank, old planks of pallets, and now it resembles somewhat of a tabletop. I mean, I could just put some legs on this and call it a bench. So it's something, and it's helping fill my time, especially without my kids. So I only get to see them once a month. So and I have to be patient with the reports and all the rest of it, and do what I need to do to prove that I'm able to be in my kids' lives. So a lot of the stuff I'm dealing with is out of my hands, um, which is very difficult for someone with my mentality, as I always feel like I need to have something to control. Um, and this is my way of controlling it, really. I can control what happens in this garage to a certain point when it comes to my woodworking. Um, and it gives me that focus and determination to keep going. Um, but yeah, I'm probably going to ramble a lot in this video, as I'm quite overwhelmed, quite stressed out. My nan's not doing well. She's in the end of life cycle now, and got a lot of personal struggles going on in my life. So hopefully this woodworking therapy or journey that I've started will be my way of being able to cope with the inevitable losses I'm going to experience soon. And hopefully my body doesn't give up before I manage to achieve anything. But I've got to try and stay positive. Today's one of my bad days, so I'm quite down in the dumps. To be honest, I didn't want to get up and do anything today. I just wanted to sleep and shut out the world, but I've been down that road. I know it doesn't get me anywhere. So I've got to try something different if I want things to change. Otherwise, I'm just crazy full with crazy dreams. Anyway, I'm going to take this tabletop down today. Hopefully try and get this at least as level as possible. I don't really want to take it down to the redwood, as some of it's slimmer than others, and it's quite hard to plane, to be honest. I experienced that before, but we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping to fill this bit part in, um, but I don't know. I might swap it round and put epoxy in the top of this bit and fill in the gaps and use this side, as I kind of like the little strips in it, and I think the epoxy would sit quite well on top of these bits of redwood. I keep pointing down and looking at it, you guys can't even see it. So you see here the gaps. I was thinking about filling this bit in with epoxy and just leaving it level, and then maybe using this side as a top, as this side all the planks of wood are reasonably close together, so I can just plane this down and make it a flat surface to put stuff on. My second glue job was a lot better results, so I'll show you that on this one. So this is the bottom half. This is what it kind of looked like, that one looked like before I planed it all down. As some of the planks of woods are, I guess you call that the width of the planks, I guess. That sounds about right. So the width of these planks are bigger than some of the others. So obviously that's why I'm playing down on those ones. There isn't too many that are actually shorter than the rest, so I can just put this one down here, and this one is the shortest width. So what I might do is just take it down to this bit. This bit of wood is actually quite screwed up. Be a lot easier if I just use better pallets, but trying to use some of the more damaged ones and hopefully turn it into something quite good. It's probably some sort of message in there for somebody, I guess. Like nothing's too damaged to work with or to improve. It's probably more about myself than it is about the wood so much, but yeah. Anyway, I don't think I'm gonna have enough time with this video to do both. And to be honest, I'm in a lot of pain, so what I might do is do a one episode where I tidy up this one, do another episode where I tidy up this one, and then that'll probably be it for the weekend. I'll release one today, and then I'll do another one probably for Saturday or something. Because if I don't upload quite regularly, YouTube is not going to help put my stuff around. And although I'm not doing this for the attention and becoming a big YouTuber, I do hope that I can help people with my experiences. So I've got at least to be able to reach some people. Yeah, I guess I'm going to keep rambling on if I don't actually start doing something. So as when I push through, this whole bit of wood will go, and I've tried clamping it down with my clamps, but the last time I did that when I was playing in the pallets and stuff, I think I pretty much screwed up one of my F clamps. I'm down to 5 now, and I'm not going back to the wholesalers until next week, so don't particularly want to spend any more money, as I probably wasted the bit of money I had today, well, this month, on the internet box, which is a complete waste of time. And those who can't return it because they don't accept products that have been opened, which in my opinion is a real scam, as you can't really test something unless you open it up and try it. They don't exactly give you accurate descriptions of whether it would work in your area or anything. And at most I was getting like 12 megabytes upload or download and 6 upload. And it was nowhere near the consistent. If it was hitting those levels consistently, I probably would have carried on using it, but it said a high-speed stable internet, which was anything but. So I'm now trying to dispute that with my bank, try and get the money back, as I really can't afford to just throw away £100. If I invested £100 into the channel and it was worth it, but I can't really just eat that and take it off. Anyway, so I take these bits down here. This is the main culprit on this side. This side's not so bad. So I'm going to just come through and go a few passes over the top of the woods. See how level it is. Hopefully try and get as level as possible. Because if I take too much off now, then it's just going to be back and forth trying to level it out. So I guess this is the real techie part, if you're going to say it. you something. Let's see if that was I don't know if I put my pen back. So nice. Alright, so just from looking at it, you can tell this bit here is raised. This bit. I can tell from the size now. So I'm going to go for another pass on this. And this is in the way before, I can't really see that. So just a little bit uneven. Outside now. Okay. This one bit of wood is a bit higher than the rest. So I'm not going to roll it up outside too much. Okay, that's all right. Alright, now there's a bit of work to do up here. But here, Doesn't seem like there's any wobble. So here, I know there's a bit here to take off. Here, not so much at the back end here. And I know this side, a bit off. And that's due to this bit down here. So I'm going to flip it around, take a bit off from the sections I've marked. A bit of a on this one, so I have to flip this around quickly. That's not the side that was visible from. Yeah, so when you look it down here, you can see there's a lot more on this side of the table that needs to be taken off. See the ridges, I look straight down. Just need to make sure you keep looking from this direction. Take off a bit of sandpaper, it's not the end of the world. So this bit, no, is this side that I was working on relatively. It was a bit. It's a bit here. It was actually this side I was taking down. So flip back down again. No. Push down on this bit, that's only because this bit's missing. But it's a little bit still on here. Just all we're doing at the moment is going through, I'm not trying to take off too much wood, trying to keep an eye on it, try and get as flush as possible. So this is not the side I was doing, that side. I'm doing something from this side. Oh. I'm already 30 minutes in. Apologies if the video footage is a bit, it's just jumpy. Yeah, this is the side I was working on. What I was doing on over there, so this bit here, still a bit raised. And so I'm going to turn it around, look at it, see if we got any raised bits. Right. Need something that's flat and square. Oh, this is starting to skip frames. Right, I'm going to pause the video here, and then I'm going to have to edit this again, as I really don't want the footage to be unusable again, and it's really starting to skip frames at the moment, so the more I move around, the worse it seems to get. It seems to sort itself out. I'll tell you what, I'll carry on. If it starts doing it again, then what I'll do is I'll just pause the recording and carry it on afterwards, so I can always edit out a bit that's jumpy and unusable. Alright, so I'm going to put this down on the table, see if I level or not. This is a lot less twisting. But this bit's higher on this side. Or it's the middle, it's still giving it that. Oh yeah, so it's the outside. You see these, just split it. So I'll mark it with my pen. So it feels like, yeah. So it's going up here. It's going down. So there's a big another big gap over there, so this side is actually higher. And again, not so bad. Almost there. Yeah, so it's really high at that end. This side's almost level. Right, so we have got a bit of a level plank, which is good. Alright, so this piece is actually level. Okay. So I don't need to take out any more of this bit. It's actually this bit that's now the issue. Up here, it's almost level. Yeah. It's actually. Right, so these bits of wood down here on the bottom are actually level. Obviously this one bit of wood on the outside, I know it's not completely level, so it goes down. This side is, well, so if it tips outwards, so I need to take off some in the middle. This out of it now is all needs to be taken down. So this bit is almost level. How far is it? Which side? Right. But this bit down here isn't level. So what about that? Yeah. Let's take off more this side. Wrong way around. It's going against the grain, which is taking off way too much wood. You definitely made a mistake putting this redwood in where it is. So much softwood around it. So I think it's another job harder to do, as I think a lot of the height is to do with the redwood. Just here. Right, I'm going to stop it here as this is going to be part of the episode 11. I'm going to have to take a break in between two episodes, so I think I need to sharpen my blade as it's not picking up and taking off enough on the stubborn side. So I'm going to take a break, sharpen my plane, and then I'll see you back for episode 12. Well, I'll see you probably on Saturday for episode 12. Thank you very much for coming. If you've reached this far in the video, I really appreciate it. Drop what I haven't used yet. Tomatoes. There you go, there's a hidden one for you. Cheers. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Look after yourselves. Goodbye.